To give you guys a little update on my 4x2x2 enclosure. This 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. All right, so let's start. Well, I got the game pause and everything. Okay, so let's see. You guys see, last time I added the leaf litter, nothing's really changed with that. It's just a pile of leaves sitting there. But you guys remember I planted the grass seed, and if you look right here, hey, that stuff's growing really good. It's funny, it only started sprouting about 3-4 days ago, but now, just like it says on the package, it's already inches high, and it hasn't even been a week. So, yeah, it's definitely true when it says on the package that in a week it'll be a few inches high. So, yeah, it's growing in good. Even the drier side, this is my warm side, with the basking spot and everything. Yeah, even on this side, it's sprouting pretty good. I didn't plant as many seeds over here, thinking that, it's not going to grow over here. And yeah, it's actually sprouting pretty good. Yeah, I'm still not going to fill this whole thing up with grass seed or whatever, just because I don't want to have to spray down the tank too much and get it like too wet, you know what I mean? And the thing is, the creature I'm getting does like high humidity, but, I just don't want to overdo it just for the sake of the grass. The grass is just supposed to be here to be aesthetically pleasing, and the less I have to maintain, the better. And don't be fooled, these little sprouts will get much bigger, so I just want to see how big this gets before I add any more. But hey, it's doing pretty well. In the blue tongue tank, I have had no success yet, but the majority of the substrate is cypress mulch, so go figure. Yeah, he hasn't really dug up the grass seed or anything, but it's just not taking hold. So, oh well, whatever. Just want to see if I can just get a couple pieces growing in there. But yeah, one person who commented on my last video, about the tank actually had a little safety tip, because I mentioned before that the basking, fixture, that came with this Zilski, enclosure was broken when I got it, so I replaced it with another one. And he told me, hey, if you get another one and if the heat isn't directed away from the PVC, it could melt the PVC. Just be careful, man. It's it's a fire hazard, this, that, and the third. He said he had an incident where a bulb exploded on him, and he saw that the PVC melted and everything. His channel is ABYSS610, I think, like Abby's 610. Dude, thank you for that information. It's totally awesome to see people actually, comment and tell people about, what's safe and what isn't. And yeah, dude, totally useful information. Just to give you some feedback on that, I want to show you the fixture that I used to replace it. So this is the fixture. As described, you said the fixture shouldn't be right up against the PVC. It isn't. If you check right here, it's about 1 inch away, and the cord is being held by a little metal, I forgot what you call them. They're like those little hanging, those things you use to hang pictures. Has a little curve in the middle for like the screws or whatever. But anyway, I used that, nailed the sucker in, and then the protruding parts I actually bent inwards after they came out of the other side of the enclosure, and that's rock solid. I've tried pulling on that thing lightly, of course, not yanking it with all my force, and smacking it around and stuff. And what I noticed is, even when I'm like running around the room or working out in here, jumping around and stuff, this fixture does not budge. It doesn't swing and stuff like that. But even when I like mess with this bulb, or I go to like wipe it off or like replace it or something, this fixture only really moves when I touch it. Also, the cord is supported by 3 extra little peg holders right there. Let me see if I can zoom in and get a better picture for you guys. Yeah, whatever. I'll just open the tank. I'm tired of this blurriness, right, guys? All right, so let's. Also, before I get into that, so I lost the door handle that came with this for the sliding glass doors. It's not Zilski's fault. It's my fault. So I ordered this little well, this handle right here, this little stick-on handle, sticks on pretty strong. It's from some Chinese company. I don't know what it's from. But yeah, the adhesive is really strong. It's a little larger than what I thought it would be when I got it. But that's my fault for not reading the size description when I bought the thing. I just wanted to get a handle real quick. But it covers up this wire for the humidity probe right there pretty well. So I think it works fine. But yeah, doesn't fall off, nice and smooth, easy to use, whatever. Okay, so now we're in the tank. Man, that humidity and that heat just hits you in the face when you open this thing, which is good though, because it's what this creature likes. So let's see, let's zoom in a little bit if I can get it right there. There we go. So you see it's got 3 supporters right there, and it has this holding it in place right here. That's rock solid. That's not moving at all. And yeah, as you can see, it's a ceramic fixture. It's really used for, I think, like chickens or something like that. But you can see that the actual ceramic part of the fixture itself isn't touching the ceiling of the enclosure. And if you look, there's like no melting, no problems here at all. Let me see how hot it feels. Does it feel hot? Do I feel like I'm like burning or something? Nah, it's not even hot to the touch. This feels good. And this is actually the first time I actually tested this. I should have bended that. But yeah, it's definitely not hot or melting or anything. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's 100% safe. This thing isn't wiggling or anything like that. The support that I use to put it in, these things aren't wiggling or anything. And the main piece that's holding this in place is fine right there. The main thing I was worried about when I first put this thing in was I didn't want this thing to fall and then a bulb just bust and then start a fire or something in here. Because of course, you know, I got wood, and you know, now I have leaves and stuff like that. So that's just something you don't want to happen. And that was my concern, I guess, about ceiling enclosures, because what I was worried about was, well, if the bulb was inside the enclosure rather than having a screen top, if the bulb gets loose, is it going to fall into the enclosure and start a fire, or worse, or another bad thing, your animal's basking, the bulb falls in the animal and burns the animal. You know what I mean? Even if the fire doesn't start, your animal just got maimed. So those are the concerns I had when I got a ceiling enclosure. But if the bulb is screwed in, it's not going to fall. I mean, how often do you screw in a light bulb for a light fixture and the bulb just falls out? If anything, that would be your fault, not by, you know, maybe screwing it in with a half of a turn versus screwing it all the way. So yeah, that doesn't really happen. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I got. As you can see, I'm blowing this thing. Let's see, did it move? Nope, doesn't move. Yeah, this thing's pretty tough. Let's see. Let me make sure the bashing spot looks good today while I'm making a video. Let's see, 128. For winter time, that's not bad. 128, that's almost 130. When it's warm outside, I'm confident that I'll get it up to around 140, which is what I want for this animal, because they want a really hot basking spot. And it's a good distance between here to here where the animal's not going to burn itself. It's not like it's right up under. Like, I wouldn't want the bulb to be like here. That's way too close. Or even here. But here, that's about, that's a good, like, almost 10 inches away. So, yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, it looks close because of the type of enclosure it is, but think about it. If you have a branch in an enclosure where, let's just say if you have a screen top, let's just say there's a screen top right here. Well, if you have a branch in an enclosure to get the animal closer to the light, it would be probably about here in that enclosure as well. So, yeah, I think it's fine. This will be cool. But yeah, so this is the fixture that I have for basking. Oh, also, this is a spot bulb. So the heat's directed straight down right here. So the heat actually isn't like being spread out in a wide range where it's also heating up everything around it, like up here. So that also gives me pretty good confidence where nothing would happen either. But yeah, it's doing pretty well. Got my grass growing. And yeah, so that's my update on the enclosure. If anyone has any other comments about anything that you see in here that I might be doing wrong, something I could adjust, just suggestions, or if you plain just like what I'm doing and you're just telling me, hey, more power to you, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, definitely leave a comment. Later, guys. Peace.